It's time to get some stuff out of boxes and plug it in for the first time again today. And today it's this. The 5.8 gigahertz wireless frequency band guitar wireless system A58 by XVive. And that's the back of the box. So we're going to put this here and we're going to get it out of the box, plug it in and do a couple of little test timestamps for everything below. Just want to mention right from the start as well, this is provided by the lovely people at XVive Australia. And thank you to the lovely people at XVive Australia for sending it out to me. I'm pretty sure we've done some other videos with XVive stuff. There's one random one up here, but we're going to check it out. So we're going to plug it in, see what it sounds like, compare it to cable and not cable and all that sort of stuff. But let's first get it out of the box. And see what it looks like. So we've got, okay. This. It's pretty small, comes in this box. Okay, let's check out what else is in here. So we have, I'm guessing this might be for, let's do this up here. This might be for different, maybe frequencies, and if you use multiples of them or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. You've got a warranty card. You also have what looks like a manual, which we're not going to check today, because why should we? And you have what looks to me like a product catalog. Is it a product catalog? It is a product catalog with all this stuff. What's on the other side? Lots more stuff. Yeah, I'm sure we've done a video with one of these, maybe. It was a while ago. Or maybe even one. I remember this little box. We've done a video with that somewhere. So whatever was up there before. Too many videos. I've forget what all the stuff is. So let's just check it out now. This is what it looks like. It's tiny. Let's open it. It's cool to get a little pouch like that, actually. I like that. And we have a gel sack. And we have, okay. Okay, so this to me looks like a, let's undo this. To me, yeah. So we've got a USB-A connection on one side. And we've got two USB-C connections on the other side. So you need one charger for both. So I'm guessing the USB-C charged. Let's check these out. They're tiny. Look at them. Let's do this up here. So we've got a receiver. Is it this way around? Oh no, it is that way around. So we have a receiver and we have a transmitter. We have what looks like 6 frequency bands and an on-off thing. So it's this, and then you fold it open like that, and that goes flat on both, like that. Yes, look at that. So they look like that. And the transmitter has a channel mode and on-off switch on one side, and I'm guessing, and there's the USB charger thingies on the other side. And the receiver has a scan. Okay, so it scans and an on-off. Let's actually now just turn it on and see what happens. So I've got to hold it that way. But let's turn them both on. Or that way. Oh yeah, look, and it looks like, so the blue light frequency 1 is on, and yeah, okay, I guess they're paired. That's pretty easily done. So what I want to do today is I want to plug them in, compare them to what it sounds like to a wired connection. But firstly, I want to see, because I find with these little things, it's always, which one's the transmitter? Okay. How does it fit into guitars? This is a guitar with, this is my Gordon Smith, The Gatsby, which is awesome, video for it up there. This has sort of a flat thing on the side. Let's see what it looks like if you plug it into here. Okay, so this does stick out a little bit, but if you fold it, so it's not flush, you got a thing a little bit like that, or that way. Now the other question also sometimes with these, if you fold it back like that and then you move around a bit, it may kind of be a bit limpy, right? So let's, okay, no. So it doesn't really move, it stays there. It could wear after a while and then it flops down, but it seems to stay that way. So for side jack, it looks kind of like that. Let's try out different guitars, because there's different guitars with different inputs, and they all kind of do different stuff. So for example, a Strat input there, let's see what that does. Okay, all right. So Strat, the thing I would do, right, or the first thing you think of is you kind of stick it in there like that, and then it sits kind of flush like that. Problem here is you have this little lip thing here, or that little thing here, and that won't let you plug this in that way. So you have to turn it around. Oh, and then you can't straighten it. So it either sits that way, or I guess that's all right. But yeah, so I can see with a Strat, it could be a little issue. Mind you, and I kind of pre-prepared myself for this. You could get a little female to female connector like that, plug that into here, and then have a short cable. I mean, this makes everything a bit bigger, but you could plug that into here. I'm sure that would still work. Have it in like that, and this goes on your guitar strap. Or I'm sure you can get short cables. Oh, come on. I'm sure you can get short cables, sort of that sort of length, with a female connector on one side, so you don't need that in-between bit. But I mean, that is something that could be done, and I was prepared for that actually. Let's check out now a telly, because telly, you've got that recessed bit here, but it's quite long, so I can't imagine that being a problem. No. So telly is like this as well. Yeah, this is definitely long enough to get into any kind of deep recessed telly cavity. Or lastly, we have these style guitars, or like Jazzmasters or Jaguars, which have the input socket in the front. So with this, yeah, so again, it's like that. So it is a bit sort of big, or if you feel daring, you have it sticking out like that. But yeah, it sticks out a bit, but I mean, in the end, I don't know. Does it get in the way? I don't know. You be the judge of that. So what I thought we should do now, while I'm there, turn it on. Let's plug in this guitar and see what it sounds like. So I've pre-prepared my tuner, my Peterson Strobosome tuner, which I always use. So I'm going to plug the receiver into here. Right. The receiver's there. And I'm going to plug this into here. And I mean, I've done nothing else. I've turned it on and that's it. Does it work? So let's turn the tuner off. So I'm going into the Engel Retro Tube 100, which is, I think, one of the best amps ever made. There's a video for it up here. Sadly discontinued. Let's see what it sounds like. So this is the guitar going now. And it works. Another thing to try, so we're now going to the dirty channel. So first impressions, there's absolutely no latency. I can't feel any latency. So let's now try comparing it. So I'll do some back-to-back clips, wireless and wired. So let's check that out. So what were your thoughts when it comes to those clips? Let me know in the comments below. My thoughts on this, the A58 XVive Wireless Guitar System, these little suckers here. I think like a lot of wireless systems, and I think like a lot of high-end wireless systems too, it tends to add a little bit of top end. Whether that's a bad thing, I don't know. It's very easily rectified by just turning the treble or presence down a little bit on your amp. A little bit of top end. Latency is non-existent. I genuinely could not feel any latency whatsoever when playing with them. They are very light. They're not going to be obtrusive on the guitar. If you are playing a Strat style guitar, that can maybe be a little bit annoying. But like I said, you know, get a female to female connector or a cable that has a female end on one side, and you've got an extension thing that you can then attach to your strap or put into your pocket even. I used to often just put stuff in my pocket, you know, like the receiver or transmitter I used to just put in my pocket often. When I used to use, well, this is more with in-ear monitors, I just used to put it in my pocket. But anyway, yeah, I think they work well, they sound good. Again, this is always a question of how far do you want to take your wireless world, right? If you're playing big shows and you want lots of different frequencies that you can run through, and it finds, maybe some systems will find a frequency that's not occupied. If you are playing in environments like that, I would go for a rack system with those higher end things. If you're playing smaller gigs, smaller venues, kind of the stuff that I do now, this stuff is more than ample. I mean, it'd be interesting actually to test it in an environment. Here in Australia, we have a thing called the pokey room, as in like a room with gambling machines and stuff like that, which use a lot of Wi-Fi. And I find often with gigs when we use Wi-Fi in their monitors, or if we use particularly iPads that connect to a mixer to do wireless mixing, if you are near one of those rooms and there's lots of those machines, it can often give interference. How these react, I'm not 100% sure, but this is just something that, you know, trial and error, I suppose. Or maybe there'll be other videos that show you this. But I think at that frequency band, 5.8 gigahertz, I think you should be all right. Distance-wise, this is how far it says in the manual. I'm sure, again, there are videos where they walk far, far away. I don't really have that capability here where you can see how far I walk. I'm just coming from in a room, I'm sitting in a room. I'm sure there's enough distance on a stage. Stages usually aren't that big. Again, that sort of translates back to What do you do? Are you on a massive stage for a stadium where you go and have a big, like a catwalk thing in the middle where you walk miles away? If you work in that sort of world, maybe don't use these. Use the big proper rack mount ones. If you're using these, you're probably on smaller stages anyway. So you're not going that far from your system. If you're using them at home, again, you're not going that far away. I can't imagine them not working. So, yeah, my opinion is they seem good at a little bit top end, like most wireless units do. No latency, instantly connected. You've got 6 different frequencies. Should be right. So that's the XVive A58 wireless system. If there's anything else you want to see with this, let us know in the comments below. Let's put this back here, this way, so less reflection. Comments below if there's anything else you want to see with this. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Big thank you to the lovely people at XVive Australia for sending this to us. And there's an XVive playlist, because I'm sure we've done other XVive stuff here. And see you in the next one. Bye.